This is all the rage in the new world, and the style fits you perfectly.
What you be calling yourself? I ain't got all day.
The only thing between you
Oh,
and
my,
the new
my.
world,
Oh,
it's a handful
goodness
of silver.
me.
Pay up
It
and
appears
off
Chief
you go.
Renderhand has paid your passage to the new world. But as with most things in Salem, everything comes at a cost. His tribe requires that you assist them in some of their daily chores before you are to be released. While in his tribal valley, you will be safe from the majority of dangers in Salem. But once freed and on your own, that will all change. Excellent! He asked that you find that his Nubs is now satisfied with a full belly and a playful toy. Well done! Each skill you learn will unlock new buildings in Salem can be taken from you. Skills that can further your development. Education is not always the only thing a man can thrill from you. Many times, and study the world around you to emphasize this was he asks that you learn your first that you next learn survival skills. However, in order to do so, you first must gather or craft items known as inspirationals. Study them, and then spend the accumulated points on the skill. Uh-oh, it looks like you have just lost black bile studying that inspirational. One of the four humours that governs our bodies, your black bile governs your mental energies of sorts. There are several ways to replenish your humours in the world, but the simplest is always just to nourish your body with some nice food. Gather some berries, nuts or other food from the area and consume it. fresh, your muscles ready, and your willpower has never been stronger. The Chief wishes for you to construct your first permanent object in Salem. Here, everything you build on claimed land lasts forever, or until another pilgrim decides to rip it down. His tribe has been gathering fish and drying them on drying racks. While you yourself lack the fishing skill, that does not mean you cannot help by building them another drying rack. Gather the branches from a nearby tree and construct a drying rack in the tribal lands. Since your next task requires you to chop wood, you will need an axe. Craft a basic flint axe and equip it to prepare you for your next task. Many resources can be harvested in Salem. Trees, boulders, bushes, just to name a few. It is these renewable resources that keep the inhabitants of Salem healthy, happy and busy. Well, perhaps just busy. Regardless, Law of the Lumberwoods will teach you what is necessary to chop down trees for processing. Learn it now. The chief wants you to throw a wood block on his sacred fire. Once you leave this place, a fire will be your friend. And both starting and maintaining your own fire will be crucial to your survival.
Oh my!
For now,
All
throw
that
a wood
manual
block on the
labour has
fire.
reduced your
You may
phlegm.
obtain a wood block
Just
from
as
chopping
you
trees,
recovered your black
falling
bile when
logs,
studying
or piles
things,
of wood
you will
in the
need to
area.
recover your phlegm when you're exhausted from work.
Go ahead,
and
humour
do so
values are
now.
important, but certainly one wishes to grow stronger, run faster, jump higher, and simply do more. To do this, you must increase the maximum humours of your character. This is done only by the most successful of players who can afford the luxury of gluttony. The mass consumption of food in a particular humour will permanently increase it. The higher you go, the more food you will need. Find some food and increase one of your humours. So far your skills have been quite easy. Each one was less than 500 points and thus was obtainable by a few quick studies. However, to advance to colonial tradesmanship, you will notice that it requires more points than its accompanying proficiency bars can hold. Just as the player can expand their maximum humours, one can also expand the maximum proficiencies as well. To do so, just fill the bar completely up and press the plus sign next to it. This will cause all your points to be removed, but will allow for you to permanently hold more points in the future, and thus open even stronger and more valuable skills. Excellent! The Chief has decided it is time for your final and most important vision quest. Congratulations! The Chief is impressed by your will to survive and feels you will be a good candidate for this harsh new world. There is safety in numbers, officially releases town in the from your debt of Salem. A guide to the north of the village waits with his canoe to take you into the wilderness to the location of your first homestead. Meaningful to if you don't like the first villages you will gladly show you a few more. Once you have increased your flora and fauna proficiency to at least 6, you will be able to fill your proficiency bars to meet the requirements for the colonial tradesmanship skill. Study some appropriate inspirationals and learn it to move on.
Hmm.